I say let's get busy. So tonight we're going to get into my book. Here's the mystery. You can get the book at southerncoven.com. Okay. I'm gonna do something special tonight because it's election season. There's a chapter in this book. A part of my vampire stick. I gotta keep that on me. But there's a chapter in this book on page 53. It's going to pop up on the scene when I'm reading. The chapter is titled, "The President Is A Scapegoat." There's some of you out there, you sold out into this president thing. There was presidents, there was kings, there was all these things. This is not your first time on the planet. See, you talking about, we about to have the first female black president. She's not the first female black president. We've always had black queens. We've always had black women who control the planet. She's not the first one. This isn't my first time on this planet. I've been on this planet for a long time. So whether she win or not is irrelevant, okay? But let's go deal with this. And it's both the system. Democrats and Republicans, Bloods and Crips, it's the same system. You spiritual, you can't get too involved in this. Now, whoever wins is going to affect, what we are and what happens on the planet. But we deal with that with magic. Your president is a scapegoat. Some people truly believe that voting works. They believe they have a voice. Voting worked in the ancient times. It worked when we were in control of the planet. We lost control of the planet. We had real leaders. We had multiple individuals who could actually lead the people. People who made good decisions under their rule. Everyone in the kingdom had a place and a job. They made enough to live comfortably. And let me tell you something. When we had kings, when we had great people who were in control, everybody had a job. Everyone fit in. No one was left out. When we controlled the planet, when the God people controlled the planet, it was different than it is right now. They made enough. They made it to where everyone had enough to live comfortably. We had great kings and queens. They listened to the people. Societies back then were strong because of the people. Things today are different. When the new humans took control of the planet, yeah, there was a created human down here. There's a human who shouldn't be on this planet right now. There was a being that we made. There was an aggressive being that took over the planet. That's why we're having these issues. That's why we're having these problems. When somebody type in the comments, new human. When the new human took over the planet, it changed our older system. Equality with people at the bottom wasn't okay with them. They didn't want to be around the people at the bottom. They didn't want to be around the people who wasn't poor, not the new humans. There needed to be a distinguishing difference between the people in the system, in their system. We're talking about your president is a scapegoat. Go get the book at southerncoven.com. Those were more became the elites. The new humans like the feeling of being bosses. They like to feel like they run the planet. They like to feel like they are in control. Anybody out there, you work with them, they want to be your boss. It needs to feel like it's in control. The ancient people didn't have these desires. There are some of men you will have souls. We don't have to be the boss. We don't want to be nobody's boss. We just want equality. They were okay with equality. There was no need to lie about things. The system they lived under was almost flawless. You and I, a couple of thousand years ago, when we lived in the villages, when we built these temples, when we had these pyramids, when we had these certain civilizations, we had an almost perfect system. We lived under the universal laws. We abided by the universal code. We didn't create rules. Watch this. It didn't change. Those laws didn't change until the new human was created. Everything that the new human is goes against our system. It's its enemy. He wasn't capable of applying it to himself. The laws that me and you live by, the universal rule, the universal code, the universal flow, the universal guidelines, the new human is incapable of living by it. You try to put that shit on. It wasn't comfortable to him. He didn't like what was good and right. He didn't like what was good and holy. He had to get rid of that. Living by it was extremely difficult for the new human. When he took over the world by the means of war, y'all saying how we lost the war? We wasn't the warring people. We didn't like to cut up. He took over the world by means of war. When he took over the world, he created his own rules. We had one king. He made the decisions. Although he listened to the people, his word was the universal code. It was law. See, nowadays, you can go tell the president some stuff, and your president going to say, you got the right to do what you want to do. Your president right now is going to say, you can create the new rules. But the kings of old, he lived by the universal code. When you went to him and told him, you think that you're an apple, or you think that you're a cat or a dog, he told you, you're not doing that. We're living by the universal code. And that's what kept us out of trouble. See, the kings of old saved humans from themselves. Good God, SouthernCovenant.com, I see it. Let's deal with this. His word was the universal code, it was law. If he became a threat, our kings, our presidents back then, our leaders back then, if he became a threat to the kingdom, the people would get rid of him. The threat of becoming dethroned kept him honest. Our kings were honest. The new human's king is known as the president. Unlike the kings of old who were elected by the people and elders, we elected them. There was a real vote back then. Our votes counted back then. They lie now. They take your vote, throw it away. Your vote don't matter now. Unlike the kings of old who were elected by the people and the elders, theirs was put in place by a group of elites. A group of elites who controlled the entire world, a group of rich families. The president right now is put in place by a group of elites. It's put in place by the people who control the armies. It's put in place by the people who control the banks. It's put, good joke. They tell the president what to say. He's their face, their scapegoat. When things go wrong, he takes the blame. They push him on the media. They create a wonderful image of him/her. The strongest of these presidents are in North America. The modern day kings and presidents, I'm trying to close this out. The modern day kings and presidents are put in office by elite families. They must obey their overseer. The words they say are governed. What the president's saying right now, people write that for him. They are groomed to play a role of president. They are given partners/lovers. They are given husbands and wives. They buy into these positions. They don't care about the lifestyle they live. It was a created illusion. So the president you're seeing is living in an illusion. Yeah, he's living a created life. She's living a created life. All of the presidents before them have done the same. Nearly everything you see on television is controlled by the elite families. The masses have completely brought into the elite system. See, that's why you're fighting right now. You find your family members about who they're voting for and all this and all that. Because your family members have bought into the elite systems. Their hierarchy starts with the elite families at the top and it goes down to the poorest people at the bottom. We're almost done. They have their hands on everything. The only threat to them are individuals who've escaped the system and talk about it. There's some of you could tap into the spirit realm. And you find out what's really going on behind the scenes because you tap into the spirit realm. And they tell you what's going on with the presidents. And they tell you what's going on with society. And the spirits know what's really going on. They give it to you. And you go talk about it, man. They come and take you out, man. So the only threat to the elites and the only threat to the presidents and the only threat to these people are individuals who've gotten outside of the system. And some of you have gotten outside of the system, you know what's really going on. Go get the book, Here's the Mystery. A few more chapters are included. A twin flame partnership, sleeping with the help. You're an elder now. When the ancestors enter the black sheep, the daughters of God, the universe hears you. Dating a special person will ruin you. The process, people confess to the matriarch and miscarriages. We getting ready to start this podcast up. Visit SouthernCovenant.com. I appreciate you joining. We're going to be doing this once a week. I'm going to get some people to come on, spit their stuff, talk about what they believe in, the spirituality, religion, relationships, dating, divorce, all this good stuff. We get ready to take this shit to the next level. Ashe.